am live. I hope it uploaded my correct now. Let me check real quick as people arrive. Hi, hi. Hello. Uh, my channel. Huh. No. Oh, it did. Okay, cool. Alrighty. Hi, Bridget. Hi, Leslie. Super happy to be with you this evening. Welcome to a live session. I came online specifically on a Saturday night. Well, it's Saturday night in my time zone. It may be Sunday morning in yours, but the point is, I wanted to come online on a Saturday night and cheer any of you up that are maybe having a down evening. You know, you're feeling sad, you're alone, you really want to be with your specific person, but you're not. So I wanted to sort of lend a ray of sunshine to you and show you that all things are possible, give you a virtual hug, cheer you up, lift your mood. Let's do it. So it is live session, and you're going to ask questions, and I'm going to answer, and I'm going to try to answer as many as I can in the allotted time. And we're going to start with announcements as we always do. I always write down some notes. Rocky is joining me. Jon Snow is in the other room, though. I do want to mention that my specific person is waiting patiently in the basement right now as I do my live show. So he's being very kind, and he'd rather be with me right now. And one day you will have your specific person on the Saturday night, and you will maybe step away to do something, and you'll remember that there was once a time that you didn't have this, and now you do, and you'll feel so amazing and like $1,000,000. Okay. What are we doing tonight? I'm looking at my notes. Aha. Well, as always, do subscribe. If you're watching a replay, the only way to take a look, or rather to be a part of these live shows, is to subscribe, hit that bell icon. YouTube will let you know. I did announce it also on Instagram a few moments before we began. The other thing I do want to say before we start taking questions is I did add a get a text meditation to my list of meditations on my order page. I have other meditations like what if meditations, and these are tailored specifically to your specific person's name. So when you order one, you tell me your specific person's name. And I added a get a text one earlier today. So yeah. And I'm wearing a dark shadow shirt again. Let's see, who am I wearing? Oh, Maggie Evans, played by Catherine Lee Scott. It's a really cool color. It's very bright blue. It's like electric blue. Okay, but enough of that. Let's start answering some questions. I always manifest the wrong guy. I'm sorry. What I would say to that is that if you're constantly manifesting a certain kind of person that you don't want to be, or maybe the wrong person comes, it's time to start affirming that the right person is actually going to feel the energy. You know, the person that you really want, you may have, a little bit of contrary energy towards that, or it may seem a little bit more difficult. So just kind of stick it out. The right person will show up. I mean, just because you haven't had it yet doesn't mean you did it wrong. And I think that that's an important thing to remember, is that sometimes things are on a delay, and to keep persisting in it, because even if you think it's past the deadline and you didn't get it, sometimes it comes through. In fact, I've got a great story of mine. I manifested tickets to a private concert. It was a Brandon Flowers concert, the lead singer of The Killers, and he was doing a private concert at the opening of the Cosmopolitan Hotel in Las Vegas. Now, this was in 2010, so almost 10 years ago. And I badly wanted to win the tickets, and I wanted to take my aunt to go to the opening. And because she lives in Las Vegas, and I really wanted to do this. So I entered to win. And the deadline came when they were supposed to announce the winners, and I wasn't called. Oh, it was Rocky's fur. And I wasn't called. But instead of getting disappointed, I still persisted and imagining myself buying the plane ticket, imagining myself going there, imagining how happy I would make my aunt and taking her with, making her feel special. And I just kept persisting. Even though it looked like I was in disappointed mode, as if I didn't get the tickets, a couple days later, I got the email. They were late. They were behind schedule. They were just announcing it then. And yes, I did win. Okay, So enough of that. Maybe I'll talk a little bit more about that in a future video. I actually have had a lot of luck in manifesting Brandon Flowers. I have met him every single time I have tried, and I have taken many pictures with him. I think he is a wonderful person. The Killers is one of my favorite bands of all time, and he is just a sweetheart. And every single time I try, I manifest it. Okay. Blessings, everyone. How do I speed things up? I've been getting nowhere for 7 months now. You know what? Instead of labeling yourself as having gotten nowhere, instead feel like in the 7 months, yes, I would have liked to have had it happen sooner, but I haven't been getting nowhere. I've been doing the right things and I've been in the right place at the right time. Now, if you wanted to speed up, I always say to try something new. Try a new way of thinking. Try to break out of your current rut. Because a lot of times, even if you're thinking empowering things, it's still a pattern. And it's a pattern that you kind of have settled into. Try to break free from that. Even stop saying any affirmations at all and just live. A lot of times people equate this to giving up, but it's not giving up at all. It's just allowing something different to have happen. So sometimes you just need to kind of step out of your current mode and just kind of break free. And that's when it pops up. Sometimes it just isn't time yet. You have to let it hatch when it's ready. It's like waiting for a cake to bake in the oven, or waiting for chocolate chip cookies. Like if you take them out of the oven too soon, like they're all gross and like raw, and then you're eating raw eggs, and that's really gross. Sometimes though they're yummy when they're kind of gooey, but that's beside the fact. The fact is everything has a perfect time to hatch, a perfect time. And while I don't believe that things are pre-written or predestined, sometimes I think that it's just that trust in that moment because you want it to be right and just go with it. Like I don't know why things happen when they do, but that's just sort of it's just sort of life, one of those unexplained things. And if you want something to happen fast, let go of your need for it. I know that things always happen fastest when you need them the least. That is absolutely guaranteed. What are some signs that your SP is going closer to you? You know what? You don't see outer signs and you don't see measures of progress. The only thing you know to be true is if you feel really good inside and you are almost feeling like you don't even need them anymore, that's when you're super close. And I'm not saying to give up on them. I'm not saying to stop desiring them. But when you realize that you're just okay right here and right now, and oh, Padme's meowing at the door. She's not in here. I have the door closed. Oh, well. And you feel like, you're just okay right here, right now. That's when it happens. That's when it comes. And, that's when it comes fastest. I should text my special person and tell him to let Padme in. Let me just do that real quick. Otherwise, she's going to meow, 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 meow. All right. All right, to the next question. Someone said, wow, I don't know what that was in response to. Feathers keep appearing in front of me. Is that a good sign? Well, I think that signs are interpretive. To someone, feathers might mean happiness. It might mean joy. It might mean abundance. To someone else, it might mean bad luck. What do they mean to you? I don't think, like in terms of signs, sometimes I've gotten signs and not been close at all. Sometimes I've been really close and not have had any signs. So I wouldn't judge the outer. I would judge your inner. Like, does my inner feel aligned? Does my inner feel connected? Does my inner feel at one with my desires so much so that the pure enjoyment of it is just so delicious, it's so beautiful that I don't even need it? That's when it happens. And that's not saying you're okay without your desire. That's just like saying, I'm just okay. I feel good. I would love to have this happen. The way I manifest things quickly is by just sort of, saying, I want this. Like sometimes in these live shows, I will just be like, I want this. Like I want to manifest another front row ticket to a Killers concert, and I want to meet Brandon Flowers and hang out with him. I want that. What else do I want? You know what I really want to see is a Muse concert. I've never seen Muse live before. I want front row and I want to get backstage. See how I'm just sort of like saying things and imagining it and laughing about it? That's all it takes. Like, I know with a specific person, it's like heart tugging, like you want to be with them so badly. And that was one of the points of why I came on a Saturday night. Because I know some of you are craving your specific person right now, or maybe feeling vulnerable right now. It's going to be the same way with the holidays coming up. And that's why I plan to release holiday. I'm releasing like the 25 days of Christmas. So from December 1st to the 25th. I am releasing a video every single morning to keep you motivated, to keep you in good spirits. Because these times, they don't have to be trigger times. You can use these times to really empower yourself and really feel at one with your desire. Like there will be a moment where you get to spend Saturday night with your specific person, where like you're no longer absent of them, where you get to be with them, you get to hang out with them and do whatever you want, watch movies, make love all night. You could do that. Like whatever. Like that can happen. Oh, I got a notification on my computer. Oh, how weird. My phone is notifying me too. How odd. I do want to say right now that anyone who is hurting right now, I just want to give you the biggest hug and I want to tell you that it's going to be okay. And let's say some empowering affirmations all as one together, because I really think it's powerful when you do something at the same time with a lot of people. So let's all say out loud, or you can, if you're like around other people, like you don't have to say it out loud, say it in your head with meaning. I deserve love, and I give thanks that love is mine now. Let's do it again. I deserve love, and I give thanks that love is mine now. With your specific person. You get to be with your specific person. I'm with my specific person. I'm no different than you. I just saw it through with determination, with the courage to just wake up every morning with that excitement, with that hope, with that new possibilities. And I had a lot of fun in the meantime. What was I going to say? I had a thought in my mind and then it just poof went away. I didn't make a note of it. Oh, manifest a wealthy man. Sure, why not? But I mean, anybody can be wealthy. So, like, you could manifest someone right now that isn't wealthy who could then manifest wealth. We can all be wealthy. Like, we could all be the richest people in the entire world. It could happen. There's enough money for everyone. I mean, money's just an idea anyway. Just being able to have experiences. There's no limit to wealth. There's no limit to love. Um, I deserve love and I give thanks that love is mine now. Yes, let's keep saying that. Oh, I do want to give a shout out to the video I released this morning. It's how to get unstuck when you are trying to manifest a specific person. I did list that link in the description below. I also want to say if you're just joining me now and you want to be a part of the next live session, subscribe, hit that bell icon, and YouTube will let you know. You can also follow me on Instagram. I post a picture of myself in a headset and I say, join me on YouTube live now. And that's how you know to jump on. Sometimes I forget, and sometimes I have to post it when I start this program. Hello with hearts. Hello, Benjamin Shandor. Advice on how to work through fear of specific person leaving again when they left numerous times and attracting someone a second, third time. When you're doing things repeatedly, it's important to really logically recognize what patterns you were existing in before, what you were repeating to yourself all day long. Just adopt something new, just brand new. And to remind yourself that, like, what came before doesn't have to be attached to the current moment. It doesn't have to be attached to the future. What came before, that's in the past. That's a product of old thinking, old manifesting. It doesn't have to trickle. Doesn't have to trickle into the now. And that's why something like revision is so important. You can revise the situations of the past. So, for example, if you're trying to manifest someone for the second time, the third time, you could revise those old situations, those old patterns of having to do it over and over and over again, as if this is like, you've always been with them. Nothing bad ever happened. Like when you revise things of the past, then you affect the current moment. I do have a video on revision. It's like from 2016. I should post that. In fact, I'll add that to the description box. after we get off of this session, but let's keep answering some questions. Mary Liz Kane, how do you handle a third party who's narcissistic, who threatened your specific person to staying with her? Ouch. You know what? Honestly, stop giving this third party so much power. So what if they're narcissistic? Like, that doesn't have to take anything away from you. Even if they threatened your specific person, I mean, they don't have to be this big enemy figure in your mind that is keeping everything from you and threatening to hurt your specific person and like this big roadblock. You can lift them from your mind. You can send this third party love. You can wish them on their way. And, everybody wants to be happy. If someone's like threatening your specific person, they're obviously not happy. So by wishing them the best, wishing them love, wishing them their perfect happiness, then you're helping to manifest them a better outcome too, because it sounds like this third party is in pain. And so, imagine a better outcome for all involved and try not to feel threatened by this other person. They can't take away your happiness unless you let them. Stop thinking about them all the time. Stop giving them so much power. Stop giving them so much credit. Forget their name. Forget they ever existed. They don't have to be an important factor in your world or in your life. Yuri L. Hello, Veronica. Hello, Yuri. I'm trying. Okay, no try. Do. Yes, see, you got it, Mary Liz Kane. You can do it. Honestly, say to yourself, I can do it. Whatever I am struggling with right now is going to become a thing of the past, and I am going to overcome it. I am going to get to the goal. So glad I can finally catch a live show. I am too. That's why I like to come on in different times. And I have it in my mind when I'm going to come on next, but I'm not going to tell you. Oh, someone from Australia. Have you got some uplifting, empowering phrases towards a person X who listens a lot to, a manipulative, selfish sister who influences her to leave you? I would imagine your specific person suddenly not having a tie to this sister. Maybe she was really connected and influenced to her from her before or to her or with her. Not saying it right. Maybe she has been very influenced by this other person before, but now she's smarter. She's becoming stronger. And you could also imagine the sister suddenly not caring or not trying to influence things negatively anymore, as if the sister suddenly gets a life of her own. Like, this sister sounds like she needs better things to do. What if, and I'm going to do some positive what ifs right now. What if this selfish sister, let's stop labeling her selfish sister too. Let's let's label her as something else. This sister falls in love with someone else and completely forgets to manipulate your specific person anymore, as if she's like off in another world, having a whirlwind romance. She doesn't care anymore. She doesn't care to manipulate anything or being selfish. Like, she's totally transformed. Maybe she like decides to enter a convent or something. Like, she becomes very religious. Could happen. Anything's possible. Honestly, stranger things have happened. So really, like, do so whenever you're feeling stuck in a moment. Do some positive what ifs. Make them crazy. Like, I just imagined this selfish sister becoming a nun. It's crazy, right? It's silly. It's off the wall. It's different from the stress you were just feeling just now. Reinvent things, reimagine things. Who knows what'll happen? Stranger things have happened. Someone said, LOL. You can manifest the amount your friend owes. It might not come from your friend, from a different source. That sounds like it was mid-conversation. I haven't met my specific person in person yet. He lives abroad. The last weeks, he seems very focused on sexual aspects. Okay. Sometimes guys are focused on sex. I desire him so much, but how can I change my thoughts to manifest more romance? I think a lot of times we have this fear that the other person only wants us for sex. And I think this happens a lot of times when the specific person is a guy. Maybe it happens with women too, but I think it happens more often when the specific person is a guy, because guys are supposed to not want commitment, not want to fall in love. They just want sex. I would focus on you being the romantic figure. You get to set the standard, you get to set the stage, you get to set the scene. You're the director, you're the auteur filmmaker. You have all this creative control. You're the writer, you're the producer, you're instructing the actors, you're in total control of your world. So it's time to make it romantic. You can make it like fairy tale romantic. Like, I don't know, what is a very romantic story? Totally blanking out. I know there have been plenty though. Think in terms of like, fairy tale scenes. I want to say like Jane Austen. I feel like Jane Austen is very romantic. Um, eh, oh, I can't think. I'm trying. Sometimes it's hard to think on the spot. Hi, Suzanne Sanderson. But honestly, you could write this as a romantic fairy tale, instead of this like sex porno. Suddenly set the scene, you are deserving. And I think it has a lot of times to do with respect. Like, see yourself as him caring enough to be romantic in the way that's important to you, caring enough about your feelings, being considerate of your needs, and having your needs matter. My crush won't respond to my text. What should I do? A lot of times when somebody doesn't respond to your text, you text them more. Don't do that. Doesn't work. It does not get the intended result. Definitely also don't keep looking at your phone waiting, wondering why they haven't texted, getting resentful, getting angry. What you want to do is say to yourself, I would love for them to respond and I would love for them to say this. Then you kind of want to forget about it a little bit in terms of manifesting a text. And I do want to give another shout out to my Get a Text meditation that I just added to my order page. The thing is that you want to say affirmations. That's why I brought up the meditation, because it's all about affirmations. It's like affirmations that I am worth the text. They're going to be texting soon. I feel good about communication. I feel good about being texted. This is easy. Texting doesn't have to be hard. Empowering statements. So just be really aware. Even if you're not creative in coming up with these empowering statements, at least omit the disempowering ones. I want to say, and this is really important, I'm going to end up addressing this in a future video, but I do want to say that positivity about a situation does not equal alignment. It does not equal the result. What equals the result? Determination, focus, and awareness of what you want to receive. So when you really want to receive something, sometimes you're going to be crying your eyes out. Sometimes it's going to feel hard to be positive. Don't strive for positivity, strive for focus on abundance. Sometimes you can focus on abundance without being positive. You just feel the fullness of something. I've manifested plenty of things where I was sad or nervous. It feels better to be positive, but being positive doesn't equal the result. And I think a lot of times people are like, but I'm so positive. I'm so positive. Why isn't it working? You need to have focus. That's going to be your truth. It's a big topic, not something for, a short little video. Do need a water break. If you are just joining me now, I'm Veronica, and I'm so happy to be with you on a Saturday night. You can find out more about me, VeronicaIsles.com. You can also subscribe and be a part of the next live session, but hit that bell because that's how YouTube will let you know. You can join me on Instagram too. What to do if you're not sure if you should manifest a person? Well, I'm not sure what you mean. I think this could be interpreted a few different ways. You can always manifest something, like no one's holding you back. Sometimes people are worried in terms of morality. Ask yourself if you are trying to manifest something out of love or if you're coming from a hateful place. Like if you're coming from a place of vengeance, then probably you shouldn't manifest it. But if you're coming from a place of love, everybody deserves to be loved. I love love. Love is the best thing in the world, and I think everybody should be loved. And I think we should all manifest our heart's desires, and we all have different desires. So embrace it, go with it, think of it from a pure standpoint. And again, like if you're unsure of whether or not this person is right for you, manifest them and you can always change your mind later. You can unmanifest them from your life. The cool thing about manifesting is that when you decide, I want this, you don't have to stick with this person for the rest of your life. Like, you can change your mind. You can want something different later on. You are not condemned to one thing forever. I'm just manifesting an ongoing relationship with a wealthy man. That sounds exciting. Can't think I got mid conversation again. It's so funny when I see these questions. Like, why do my eyes gravitate towards these things? Ryan Gleason is sending me a heart. Love you, Veronica. You've changed my life. I love you too, Ryan Gleason. Oh wow, they're coming fast now. Miss Hill, thanks. Just W. Do you think it's harder to manifest the more time has passed? No, I don't at all. Sometimes when a lot of time has passed, you have to act on pure faith alone because you have very little outward things to give you comfort. So you have to do it all from within. You have to create all from within. That's why I think sometimes people, and this is just an example, who are like really, really poor can manifest being really, really rich as opposed to a middle class person manifesting being really, really rich. Because it's like the really poor person has to really dig really deep and be creative, whereas the middle class person could just settle in complacency. Um, Likewise, if you're already in a relationship with someone and it's not working, sometimes it feels harder to manifest a better relationship than if you've been separated from someone for like 5 years and you haven't talked to them in that amount of time. You don't know what they're up to. Sometimes it's easier to manifest that perfect version of that person because you have nothing, like there's no baggage. There's just pure faith alone. I think anything can be easy to manifest. It's whether or not you make it hard. It's all a matter of perspective. It's all a matter of your judgments. How do you Lucy memes? How do you get someone to chase you when you cut them off after a nasty fight? By just focusing on the chase and omitting the part about you cutting them off after a nasty fight. I mean, look at that statement. Like, you could either just purely imagine them chasing you, or you could add the part of, well, is it possible because we fought a lot and I cut them off? It's your choice what to focus on. You can focus on being chased and just the pure enjoyment of that, or the obstacles. Everything has obstacles. It's your decision what you're going to focus on. Gabriella, I got tired of being in the friend zone with my SP and I acted needy and desperate and I blocked him. Now I feel it's all ruined. How to fix it? It's not ruined. Everything will feel ruined until it manifests. It's not ruined. Um, I definitely though think you need to drop the needy and the desperation part. You acted upon this, you blocked him because you probably were trying to get him to do something different. You were like, I can't do this, I can't take it, so you took a stand. And that's okay. The fact you took a stand, you did something different, so you created something different. It doesn't mean that's all ruined. It doesn't mean it's all lost. In fact, in doing that blocking, you almost took a powered stand. You were like, "Hey, my needs matter. I need to do something." So that was actually good. It's always good to stand up for your feelings. You should never be waiting around in misery. Like, that's not going to attract the person. So I would say take a fresh new start. If you were frustrated in the moment and you were really getting fed up, I wouldn't even think about this person. I would think about you. Think about you deserving to be loved in a romantic, passionate, loving, considerate, amazing way. That's what's going to get it. Okay. So my time is limited this evening. I am sorry. I do plan on doing many more live sessions. Before we close up, though, let's do some empowering statements. I am so happy, so grateful, so thankful that I get to spend Saturday nights with my specific person. Let's say it again. I hope I can remember what I said. I am so happy, so grateful, so thankful that I get to spend all of my Saturday nights with my specific person. I am so happy, so grateful, so thankful that I get to spend all of my Saturday nights with my specific person. It'll come. Just because it's not here yet doesn't mean it won't be. It will happen. I want to give you some comfort, give you some faith, give you a hug. It'll come. It'll come. I know right now it's feeling like it's going to take forever, but it's not. It's really not. It'll come at the right time. So just take a few deep breaths. Try to find something to occupy your time this evening. Watch something silly, goofy. Make up funny what ifs, like sending a third party to a nunnery, something like that. I think that's funny. Do something silly just to break the mood, break the tension. If you have a cat or a dog, go give them a hug. Go call your grandmother. Seriously, just do something. It's going to make your heart feel a little bit more joyful. Now, I wish I could hug every single one of you. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. I am Veronica. Subscribe, hit that bell icon if you haven't already. Sorry if I sound like a broken record. I'm mostly talking for people that are new, that are just joining us now. Catch my new Get a Text meditation. I'll personalize it with your specific person's name. Pretty cool. I don't have anything really else to say. Have a good one. I'll be back soon, I promise. And enjoy the video I released this morning, and a new one is coming tomorrow morning or evening if you're in Australia.